All right. Press one if you can hear me. 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 Let's get the show on the road. Turn my volume up a little bit. Let's see here. Okay, cool. Y'all can hear me. All right, that's what's up. Go ahead and get the show on the road. Like I said, last Friday was a flop. Oh yeah, but seem like we all good right now. You know. Oh yeah, we all to the good. You know. And boy, I tell you, trying to put myself in the mood here. Yeah, there we go. All right. When I tell you this woman has been on a mission, she has truly been on a mission. I mean, a non-stop one. You know, I mean, a non-stop to the point, man, it's sickening. I mean, this woman doesn't clearly and is not ready to do this dating thing. She really ain't. She's really not. You know, I mean, if you sit her dating a guy for 3 months, I mean, how can you be that invested to sit here and talk about it for 4 months now? I mean, not only that, I mean, you ain't spend no time with this dude. Like, come on now. Come on. Can you imagine going through some shit like this with a motherfucker you only know 3 months? Seriously, you know, this is like a curse, you know, dealing with this chick. It really is. It's like a long life sentence. I mean, a real long life sentence talking to this bitch. And like I said, it doesn't stop. It doesn't quit with her. It's continuously is going to go on. And we're going to point out a lot of shit. We really are. We're going to kind of continue on. I'm going to probably do a special on that horror story she typed up. You know, Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll probably do an upload on that one. Because, man, that is a lot of shit to take in, a lot of shit to fucking read. Over a person who you only know for 3 months. But, oh, yeah. To all my people who would be contacting Chief, uh, let me kind of, I thought I made it clear. Let me make it clear more. Don't contact them. And let me tell you why. She is doing that just so you can contact them. Because she wants some attention. As we all know, she doesn't get, you know. So when you see, anytime you see her post something, unless it's really, threatening, yeah, but all this extra bullshit on how she feel and what he should have did and how he should have did it, that's like, no, don't even bother that man. I mean, because to be realistic, it's very useless. Like I said, when you contact them, you basically doing her a favor and a service. We told the man, go file your restraining order. I don't think he has done that. So he's gonna have to find out the hard way, for one. But once again, now she posts something to the point where it's, getting real drastic. That's real drastic, yeah. Other than that, no, don't even contact that man with this bullshit. She's just gonna continue to be on it, saying we're by herself with herself, But we're gonna get into it. As y'all can see, we got some good throwbacks too, man. Oh yeah, we got some good throwbacks. Shout out to my birdies, who'll be keeping up with this bitch. Because, I mean, like I said, she's been posting every 10 minutes. I literally mean every 10 minutes, nonstop. Like I said, this shit is sickening. It really is. And as you can see right here, this is what I'm saying. Chief, if you truly moved on, stop allowing people to come to you about what I do, regardless of what I post. It's the same tactic she tried to use on our brother Chris Law. Same tactic. Basically, when she told Chris Law, oh, well, if you get off YouTube, you won't know that I'm talking about you. What kind of shit is that? Seriously. That's one of her tactics. It's basically telling you, I'm going to still keep talking about you. So if you don't listen to them, you won't know I'm talking about you. That's basically what she's saying. Stop opening up to them while claiming to shut me out. That's she twisted it. Oh, you talking to them, but you ain't talking to me. When all they talk to you is about me. Well, we're making clarity of what kind of person you are, Sanshere. And the more you keep doing this bullshit, the more clearly he is saying what we're saying about you is true. So that's why I said stop contacting them with with the little petty stuff she does, because that's what she wants. She wants somebody to go tap him on the shoulder. Hey, go sit to Sanshere, see what she's doing. Go over there, just talk to her, be friends with her for a while. That's what she wants. And that's her satisfaction, because she's gonna make this out to be, oh, if you would have never listened to patrols, we wouldn't be in the situation we are now. But that's a lie. That's a lie. The reason why you're in a situation now, Sanshere, is because you want that man to just be and cater to you, and you're not worth it. Not at all. You're seriously not. Because when you do shit like this, that's kind of motherfucking disturbing. It really is. This shit is right here is fucking disturbing. Now, you would look at this picture, you'd be like, God damn, they look like they was happy and nice and had a good time together. But all along, they never took a picture like this. This is straight AI and Photoshop, you know, because we all know the rat don't look like that, you know. And she's sitting there just, I mean, every hour on hour, just thinking any and everything that she can say and do to satisfy her ego. And this is one of the motherfucking things that she did. Made an AI photo with him and her together like they were a good start to being a good couple, you know? Told y'all this shit is sickening, man. It really is, you know? Yeah, smart cookie. Yep. This is how dangerous this chick is over there thinking, you know? Well, dude, she only known for 3 months. And just imagine you have to go through some shit like this, ladies and fellas. Motherfucker just over there, just with a whole wall of different pictures of AI with you and him together. And then when I started thinking about it, I was trying to find that picture, but some of y'all remember that picture where she was standing up with uh, clean cut brother AI photo, and she was holding a baby. How many of y'all remember that photo? Yeah, how many of y'all remember that photo right there? Well, that photo was very telling before everything hit, you know, and that was basically her and him, a vision of her and him together with a baby girl in her hand. And y'all remember me pointing out, I said, well, damn, where is Justice and Damo at? You know, this family portrait ain't looking right, Sasha Ray. I mean, you sitting here imagining this shit, you know what I mean, and trying to manifest this shit, but where are your other two kids at? You know? Like I said, this goes to show you what she's thinking about every day, what she's doing every day. She's not trying to find a fucking job. She's not trying to do shit. I told y'all beforehand, before she even got to Atlanta, that this bitch is gonna go down there and be back on the same bullshit. Same bullshit. Where's the line? Where is the line? Oh yeah, it keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. You know? She made this post right here. Let me supersize up so where y'all can see it. I'm gonna say every time men find out that I was celibate for 8 years and I broke it in June, they all say the same thing every time. Damn, I wish you broke it with me. No, the fuck they don't. Like, come on, really? Why do you fucking make that the topic of this discussion? I mean, you're not celibate no more, so what's the use? But she mentions that shit up like, you know what I'm saying? She was holding a prize or something. And she been going with this celibate shit. She, you know, she used to use abstinence a little bit, but this celibate shit, oh my God. She didn't took this so far. I mean, she ain't celibate no more than she's still fucking using it. Like I said, she's sitting there, you know, just with this celibate shit, and like she's holding on to the holy grail, you know, like woman, really. So basically, she posted the conversation. She over there on a dating website again, spotting her next victim again. Didn't I tell y'all she wasn't into homeboy like that? She just went out for a fucking free meal, you know. And her she jumped into another date. And that's why I told y'all that as well. I said she never had baby Justy. We would see this bitch jump dick to dick, you know. And this is what she's doing. Down the line, this is what she's doing. Oh, she has no problem filling out, you know, profiles for these motherfucking sites. But you ask her about a motherfucking application. Oh, what? Oh, I can't work. I got an autistic son. But she goes right here. Well, he goes right here to start off. He said, hey, how old is your son? I am divorced and I have 3 boys. 16, 14, and 8. And here she goes, start this shit out. I was celibate 8 years. My last date as August 17th. I was celebrating with a guy. The fuck? Can you imagine? This man just said, hey, how old is your son? That's it. And this bitch went to my own. I was celibate for 8 years. And the last guy I celebrated with, this bitch just talking about how she got just, recently got ran through. And he just asked one question. Let me continue on. He promised me he won't sleep with other women, but he was so broke. I broke things off. Okay. My son is 7. How long have you been divorced? We were celebrating 2 months. She go back into it. Don't lie, y'all. We were celebrating 2 months since I broke celibacy with him. It was kind of an anniversary. Basically, it was an anniversary for her to get fucked. Oh my God. My God. Oh my God. Boy. But I found out he was with another woman. Has divorce changed how you view marriage? I told y'all. I know homeboy got me over there thinking like, oh, where the fuck did this come from? What, like, bitch. He gotta be. You can't tell me you ain't. The motherfucker just come off to me like that. I'm like, what will possess you to even say some shit like that? Seriously. We ain't even on that topic. I asked you how old was your son. That's it. So in the comment section, they had to turn our ass up. Oh yeah, man. The P folks over there on Facebook are really seeing what YouTube has went through. So I'm just waiting for the day for her to say, oh, Facebook is a horrible place, just like YouTube. So Robert Mathis said to her, perhaps that's the problem. Then Candace Renee said to Robert Mathis, maybe he doesn't want to be physically involved. And boy, the rat came. And she had to do what? Single out the guy. I think you are trying to provoke me by pretending to be ignorant, and I don't have the bandwidth for negativity. Let's be clear. He does not want to be involved and never was and never will be. He made that decision on his own. Get off his, there she go. Get off his balls already. She didn't say nothing to the woman, but boy, she went at the dude with no problem. Well, and then somebody called out right here on no bullshit. Hold on. They called out. She said, you look very nice on your latest videos. And this is true right here. But why does your son look unkept? You should put your son before yourself. Exactly, but she's not. She's not. That's why she's not progressing. One reason why she's not progressing. Because she's not thinking about her son. She just throw him in the mix, what I'm saying, just to, try to gain sympathy, But other than that, she doesn't, too much care about, saying her son being up, being kept up. Then he says a haircut and decent footwear go a long way. Yes, it does. I agree. Ain't nothing like a nice pair of clean kicks and a clean cut. Oh yeah, that shows a lot. It really does, Sasha Ray. And I don't think she clapped back at that one. You know, I don't think she clapped back at that one. She didn't have nothing to say because she know he's telling the truth. You know. Then, as always, like I said, she's been nowhere posting every 10 goddamn minutes. She's over here still, and it's been 2 3 weeks now. Well, I know it's been definitely been 3 weeks, yeah, since this cheap guy, contacted her or trying to have a conversation with her. But once again, she's steady going and going and going. And she sit here and said, I think what hurts me most about the last man I dated was I looked at his life and saw more for him. And I said to myself right there, like, bitch, really? Why can't you look into your own life and see more for yourself? Because a woman who's staying in a extended stay hotel with no mode of transportation, no goddamn sources of income, is worried about a person who already has a house, mode of transportation, and a source of income. So how are you seeing more for him, but you're not seeing more for yourself? That's what I told y'all. She's over there just saying any and everything like she could have made his life better. No, you would have made his life hell. Just like everybody else you encountered. You made their life hell. And I'm gonna keep saying this. Seems like everybody that fuck with this bitch ends up homeless. Where's the lie? Where is the lie? Then she goes on and say, more purpose, more power, more legacy. But he didn't. And I just keep thinking to myself, why didn't he value himself more? Oh my God. She's sitting here and trying to downgrade this dude so fucking bad. Sounds right. That man just came from overseas off of vacation when you first got your monkey ass down there to Atlanta. This man has been going different cities. This man just came from a gala where he had to get dressed up and suited up and booted up to the T. And you wasn't invited. I know that hurts, don't it, Sasha Ray? I know it does. Because nobody wants to be bothered with you. But it is what it is. Then she's going to say, how come I saw more in him than he saw in himself? Okay. Like I said, she wants to devalue that man so bad. But this is the same guy who she wanted to be her husband. Oh, no, no, no. Let me take that back. Who she was saying they was talking about getting married and he was going to be her husband. But now she's devaluing him. It's just the same like she did with Priest. She sat her and run around YouTube. Well, let me say, not on YouTube, but run around the internet. My husband. Yeah, I remember that. But as soon as he want to be bothered with this monkey ass bitch, he's the dumbest thing on earth. Saying he don't know his worth as well. He ain't gonna never be successful. And I find that kind of funny and odd, Sasha Ray, that you're in the same position while everybody is steady improving with their life. I know that has to hurt. It really does. You know, but that goes to show you the hatred she really has underneath these smiles that she tried to sell you and this bullshit that she tried to sell you. It seriously does. You know? Okay, let me see. Yeah, let's move on. That's right here. Okay. Right here, she's said her steady regurgitating this shit, steady remixing. So this is lesson. There's nothing worse than a woman holding on too tightly to a man like she's a baby cola when he don't want her. Girl, release him into the wild where he belongs. He for the streets. Let him roam and sniff fast. Oh my God. Really? He didn't give your love to her. He gave a performance to her that he couldn't sustain with you because your energy call for the real version of him, the one he's not ready to be yet. Told you she's over there thinking and manifesting everything. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know? But this is the same chick every time talking about she's ready to date. And this is the bullshit that she pulls every time. Every time. This is like a consistent cycle with her that we seen on not once, not twice, not three times, but 4+ times we seen the same pattern with this bitch. The same pattern. Then when I come back with the bullshit, oh, I'm healed. I'm healed and ready. I'm gonna get tired of hearing that shit. Oh, I'm healed. I'm ready and I don't want a God fearing man and all that bullshit, man. Just get with a motherfucker that's willing to put up with your bullshit, which is gonna be definitely hard to find with this bitch right here. It seems like nobody wants to put up with a male or female. So she made this post right here. For entertainment purposes, I just created a Bumble profile. So once again, as I told y'all, what she's over there doing, playing on the internet. So it's like, just like I said, she created all these profiles, but you ask her about a job, she can't do that. But she created a profile though. Then she said, what should I put on it that will attract decent men? But I thought this was supposed to be the relationship counselor, the marriage counselor, the marriage coach, the relationship coach, the life coach at that. And she's coming to the internet asking what should she put on there to attract a decent man. Wow, very interesting, Miss Life Coach. Suggestions? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I tell you, it never stops with her. But let's pass on this message right here, sounds right to you, because you need to hear this. You really do. Yeah, it's something Sauce right needs to hear. Oh, cue it up. There we go. All right, let's let this roll.
So I was on my Instagram this morning because sometimes I just like to listen to some of the foolishness that come out of women's mouths, right? And this morning it was a woman and she was like, you know what the biggest insult is? The biggest insult is when a man pursues me enough and then asks me to marry him. She was like, a man asking me to marry him is the biggest insult. And then she starts going down as to why it's the biggest insult. She's like, it's the biggest insult because you thought that you was going to cheat on me for the rest of our lives and I was going to still cook clean, give you what you want and cater to you. She was like, nah, I'd rather jump from man to man. And this right here is why this generation is messed up the way that it is with mentalities like that. Because why do women want to be men so badly? Why do you want to be out here just dating, jumping from man to man and getting dogged out? You know why? Because y'all really think y'all are men. Y'all think that because men do it, then women can do it too. But the thing is, the more men that you sleep with as a woman, the more men that you have kids with and not married, it just brings your value down. But it does not bring a man's value down. Until these mentalities change, women and y'all not wife material. It's disgusting.
Yep. That's the rat. That is the rat. Oh yeah. Now let's take it back a little bit. Let's take it back a little bit. Let's do a little throwback right quick. And I want y'all to listen to this rhetoric that she's pushing on this throwback. You know? And tell me what it sounds like now. We're gonna come back to it. I mean, we're gonna get into it. Hold on, where we at? Yeah. There we go. There we go. Hold on, bro, with me. Pull that up as well. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, supersize that up. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's roll it.
Hey, it's Sansa right here. I was on Facebook recently and I was talking about how living in Atlanta, I don't see how anybody could be inside of a relationship here in Atlanta because there's so many games being played by so many people. Even couples are going around saying that they're getting cheated on by the people that they're married to or in a relationship with. And so a couple of women came onto the post who happened to be inside of business and up, of course. So I've been on boss status, trying to have as many jobs as a fucking Jamaican, Ubering and everything fucking else I can to have multiple sources of income. To get a substantial amount of income, you have to have a couple of sources of income. And some people can be a little bit judgmental for the fact that I do graphic design and I do Uber and I do software development and I'm doing all of these things instead of me having a corporate job. And I feel like about that, like money is money. Like what difference does it make? I mean, you could be sitting there working as a secretary for $12 an hour, and I sit in my car for maybe an hour or two, and I can make $200 just driving to work.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So the rat was on boss status right here. The rat was on boss status right here, making $200 an hour. Uh, uh. So you was making $200 an hour with your face looking all fucked up. I mean, like some skincare. You know, chopped ass lips, and his dry ass wig on. But she's making $200 an hour. I don't believe that, Sandra Ray. I don't. I don't. Seriously, I don't. Because if you was making $200 an hour sitting in your car doing Uber, Sandra Ray, why did you need 505 when you got up there to Northern California? You know, and the list keeps going on as well. But let her tell it. She's on ball status right here. Let's continue some more.
Some people around. So you have to understand the significance of the power in what you're actually doing. Like you don't have to put in hard work in order to generate some income. And I figured that out very, very early, so it's easy for me to be an entrepreneur. And I've been an entrepreneur since I was about 18.
Monday.com,
Hold
the
on.
opposite of any work
Hold on.
platform we tried in the past.
Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, there we go.
So, as I posted this thing on Facebook, one of the women came onto Facebook and she spoke about how she bosses up, and her female friends who are also bosses, they don't even bother with dating men in Atlanta. Atlanta is one of those places where it's a whole bunch of women who are financially stable and they're bossing up like crazy. And her boss friends, they go out and they go to other countries and date men, and they don't even bother, taking men in America serious. They just treat American men the same way African American men have treated black women all of this time, and they just use them for whatever they can use them for and then bounce, right? So she's saying this is what black women, especially bossed up black women such as myself, should do, right? So I'm like, okay, they make me want to do that because as a woman, I've always taken pride in wanting to have a stable situation with a man. I've always been the woman that wants to, build a family, build a business together, and it wasn't until maybe a couple of years back, like 6 years ago, when I decided to be polyamorous because trying to be monogamous just wasn't working out for me. Like, no, regardless to what type of woman I was being, whether I was being honest or kind or gentle or whatever it is that a man needed inside of the relationship that I was in currently, regardless, it wasn't working out. I was always getting cheated on, and I did some self-reflection a lot, like over and over and over again, trying to, reinvent myself and trying to be a better woman to see if that could be possibly the reason why my situations weren't, to accept the fact that men are going to be men, and I don't want to discredit a man from being a man. So if you have a high sex drive, how about this? How about you just be honest about your situation? Tell me that you want to sleep with other women, and we'll see if we can work around something like that. And that's shit still ain't work, because niggas was still going around lying and shit for no reason, quote unquote, because a lot of men think that the good man is the corporate America dude, or the dude that, is highly educated. No, it's still men out here who have master's degrees, PhDs, financially stable and shit, and they still players, and they still turn around and lie about stupid shit, especially in regards to women. So there's men out there still doing that. So this other woman comes on and she starts talking about how she doesn't care whether she's in a relationship or not. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. She wants to generate income and she wants to travel. And really, that's how all women should be. They shouldn't give a fuck whether they're in a relationship or not. They should. Suddenly, a group of women just started commenting on this, post I made, and start talking about how they would prefer traveling over and getting money over being inside a relationship.
Okay. Yeah, we hear this shit all the time. All these chicks want to travel. All these chicks want to get money. All these chicks want to be boss chicks and all that shit. There's a lot of internet talking. 95% of them chicks that saying that shit are not able to go nowhere, Renaissance Ray, because they all are just like you. They stuck at home with 4-5 kids. That's small ages, just like your kid. And they can't seem to be able to move and groove like that. So they come on the internet and they basically start fantasizing just like you, manifesting just like you, but they're not putting in work to really get to that point to where they could just get money and travel. They sit up here, just like you, trying to call themselves boss chicks. They ain't wrote not one motherfucker a check, just like you, and really think they doing something. So this talk right here, Sponsor, that you're saying, it's definitely not equating to what we're seeing now. Because basically what we see now is the person that we're seeing right here on the screen. So after this video is 7 years old? So out of 7 years since no, I think it's older than this, probably like 8 or 9. But out of 7, 8, 9 years of you making this video right here, when and where have you improved at? Where is this so-called boss chick mentality at now? Because it seemed like you were doing the same thing, but now it's even fucking worse because you ain't trying to do shit at all. And you sit here talking about, you making $200 an hour once again. Have you zoom in on this motherfucker, what you call it, you're gonna see a lot of craters in this bitch face. You already tell her fucking lips to chap the fuck up. And as you can see, her fucking leg, this shit is dry as fuck. This doesn't look like a chick who makes $200 an hour. It really doesn't. But let's roll some more.
And I said, well, for me, it's a disappointment that I have to choose either or. It's a disappointment that I can't have a family at the age of 37. I don't already have a family. I'm not already married, because that's all what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a wife and I wanted to be a mother. Those are things that, I've been wanting to do since I was about 17 or 18. It's been very, very important to me to be a good mom. And so far I've been a good mother, but trying to find a husband is difficult, So Which to me, let's rewind on that, because I always wanted to be a wife first before I was a mother. It was never, I wanted to be a mom first, and then no, I always wanted to be a wife first. And me and my daughter's father not getting married was, he never got married, says a lot. Now he's still not married, and he doesn't have any children with anything else. So me and him are kind of the same in regards to that. We would not have children with anybody else we're not married to. We're not going to do no shit like that. So
We're not gonna do no shit like that. We're not gonna do no shit like that. Says the same person who went out and manipulated a married man just to have a motherfucking baby with. But we ain't gonna do no shit like that. Oh, okay.
So anyway, I'm saying to these women, I would be completely fine with being a wife and a mother. I don't need anything extravagant. I just wanted to, support my husband and make sure my kids were successful. And so these women go into, well,
You just want to support your husband. That sounds nice, Sasha Ray. But it's 2025 and you can't even support yourself. Where's the line? Damn, hold on.
Not only costing them tons of money.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on.
and back burner, and when you put your dreams to the side just for a man and blah blah blah. I'm like, hold the fuck on. This is where women, black women especially, lose me, because they make it seem like being a wife and a mother is less than you being an executive or a CEO of a company, or some shit like that. Like, just because I would prefer being a wife and a mother over, running a company or being CEO and getting all this money, doesn't make me any less of a woman. That's number one. Number two, it's not me putting my dream on the back burner if my dream is being a wife and a mother. Like, we all different. We all got different things we want to do. If you are a woman and your dream is to own a Fortune 500 company who's, tossing all this money around, if that's your dream, then, that's your dream. But if my dream is to be a wife and a mother, and I want to support my husband, and a lot of women feel like being in a position of a woman who is, catering to her husband, or thing women shouldn't be doing nowadays. No, I mean, I guess that's the old fashioned in me. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it was up to me, I would not have chose to be a businesswoman. I would not have chose this if I knew that I had to choose either or. I mean, aren't there some women out there who have a husband as well? I would like to travel with my husband. I would like to travel with my family. I don't want to be traveling the world alone. I don't want to have a whole bunch of money alone. So, when women are out here trying to be this professional woman, they're going around, wanting to do all of this stuff alone because they want some type of freedom. And so one of these same women, one of the women that was posting on the comments, she said her grandmother is about 72 years old, and when her husband passed away, many years of remarrying. And I'm like, listen, I don't want that. That's not for me, because she felt like being with a man would be a headache. Now, I did say, and I'll say this again, the many years that I've been living, okay, I'm about 36 years old. Sorry, I'm trying to get this together. I'm about 36 years old, okay? I'll be 37 in June. In the many years that I've been on this planet, me being inside of a relationship with a man has not been beneficial to me. Me falling in love with a man has not been beneficial to me, and it has.
And once again, it's 2025, and nothing still is not beneficial to you, Sasha Ray. Nothing at all. Not a damn thing. Nothing is still beneficial, Sasha Ray. So I think I'm just me, Sasha Ray. You just probably need to just call it quits. Seriously. You need to just focus on your son. Your son now. That'd be the best thing for you to do. Is focus on your son. Just sit here, what I'm saying, going through all this bullshit, trying to be in a relationship that you can't afford. Come on now. Can't afford it. It's not working out. It's not panning out for you. Not at all. Let's roll some more.
It has not added on to my survival. The only thing that I've gotten out of a man is basically my daughter. My daughter is one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Ever. Like, I am blessed to have her. And that's the only thing that I have received from men. Now, I've learned some lessons. Some men have taught me some things. But in the grand scheme of things, men have been more of a headache for me than they have been a help. Doesn't mean that all men are that way, or it's going to be like that forever, or I'm never going to run into a man who doesn't know how to benefit my life or help me survive. So I was saying this to this woman, and she was talking about how her grandmother felt like her husband was such a headache, and now she hops from boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend. If that's what you want to do with your life as a woman, feel free, but don't frown upon another woman when she decides that that's not what she wants to do. I am not the type of woman that likes to jump from man to man to man to man.
Really? Boy, this shit is sounding good at the motherfucker, man. It really is, but it's showing something different. It really is. She says she's not that type, y'all. She's not that type to run and jump dick to dick. Y'all got it all wrong about Sasha Ray. Y'all need to stop lying on Sasha Ray. She's not like that. Ain't that right, Sasha Ray? I ain't got a comment on that point.
It's interesting to me that anybody who has ever been in my life on a romantic level or even a sexual level would
they ran the fuck away. All of them.
Even fix their lips to even say something like that, or to spread that type of energy about me, because I'm not that kind of person. I don't like to have multiple sex partners. The only time I've ever thought about being polyamorous is when I'm trying to give my man the opportunity to have the freedom that men think is going to be taken away from them inside of a relationship. So that's what made me be polyamorous. It wasn't really, I want to have all of these, sexual experiences. It's very, very difficult for me to have sex. It's like hard, even with my last relationship that I was just in.
Hello.
Oh my God. I ain't gotta say shit, y'all. I really don't. This shit is getting hilarious. Her last relationship, the relationship she's in now, and it's 2025, she's still saying the same bullshit. The same bullshit. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
Which is really not even a relationship I'm out of yet. I don't want to confuse people because it's wobbly. Like, sometimes I want to be with him, sometimes I don't. Sometimes he want to be with me, sometimes he don't. So it's I can't explain it. It's just a situation that I don't really want to put a title on. It's just what it is, and we're working towards something. Okay,
you're working towards something. What, a spiritual marriage again?
That way. But even in my last situation with him, I was having a difficult time, being intimate with him without being under the influence of alcohol. And I need people to understand that anytime I've had sex in the past, right, I've had to have alcohol. And, and that's because of things that happened to me as a child, child abuse, molestation. And, it's very, very hurtful when I hear some of the rumors about myself that some of these men who didn't get a chance to be with me, or that I rejected, or, things of that nature, the things that they say. So when
okay, well, Sasha Ray, if you rejected me, I am not mad at you. Can y'all imagine this bitch rejecting anybody? Oh, but she hyping herself up real good in this motherfucker, man. She this boss chick. She rejected niggas. Oh my God. Okay.
think about all of the things that men have said about me, it makes me hate men even more. And I don't want to be that woman that hates men that much that I feel like, well, I can just travel around the world, have transitional boyfriends, and have all of this money. But I'm telling you, it's women out there thinking that because we've had so many horrible experiences with men. And I'm so sick of men going out here saying, well, you've probably overlooked the good guys. Are you stupid? Are you dumb or something? Do not insult my intelligence, okay? Good women, smart women, intellectual women do not just overlook men who treat them good. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a match and you doing everything that I like in a man, why would I overlook you? That doesn't make any sense. So the type of man that matches me is not going to be in every man. And men think if they're just a nice guy, they're just going to fit with every woman. That's not how it works, boo-boo. So I need men to understand, just because you feel like you're a nice guy doesn't mean that you're going to match with every woman. So.
Well, in that case, Chief didn't match with you. So why don't you just move on?
I just want women to understand. Listen, just because.
There she go. Listen, check this out. Listen, check this out.
Woman wants to be a wife or a mother doesn't mean she's putting her dreams on the back burner. That could be her dream. And everybody has a different dream and a goal and things that they want to accomplish, okay? So I just wanted to share that, story with women. And I also want men to understand, we as women, we're starting to feel like we have no choice but to be independent. We have no choice but to take care of ourselves because Black men have not been there to help us survive. I want to be able to have a man with me that me and him can survive together. Can we knock these bills out together? Can we eat together? Can we build whatever it is that we need to build together?
Okay, like staying in the extended stay hotel. Okay.
That's my biggest thing when I'm choosing a man to be with. And so far, men have been so weak in that department, it's not even funny.
Oh, they being weak towards you. Okay. All righty. Because it's a lot of women out here that's getting taken care of. It's just nobody is not trying to put up with a Sansa. Yeah. The market for Sansa just ain't there. It seems like it's never been there. Just saying.
And men look at me because I'm strong in that department.
Oh, you strong. Oh, okay. Damn. All righty. You strong, but you come on this motherfucker begging. All righty.
Think I don't know how to be fragile and feminine, or that I don't have feelings. It's men out there who see me cry and they can't believe that I'm crying. They can't even believe that I'm that soft. I'm still a feminine woman. I'm still fragile. And so, there are some women out there who are business minded, who are strong, who are, have, the strength that can be seen in men that will make you think that there's no femininity inside of this woman. But I'm here as an example, and I'm telling you, with me having that much strength, there's still things that I need for men to do. Change my tires, wash my car, carry heavy shit.
Buy you breakfast. Pay for your stay hotel bill. Yeah. Okay.
Hug on me, kiss on me, things like that. I still need
What about put some goddamn lotion on your motherfucking face, bitch?
the man around for certain things. It's just I don't need the excess drama and headaches. I just
The shit that you bring. Okay.
want to live, and have a happy life. And I think that's what most people want. It's a lot easier for women nowadays because you guys are doing a lot of fucked up shit to women, and it's hurting us and it's making us want to just be without you in general. So I just wanted to share that with you.
Well, that's what you got right now. You without a man in general right now. So in that case, if you don't mind being without a man in general, Sansa, why you keep posting about a man? Make it make sense. Yeah. Boy, I tell you, when time flies and time's catching that ass, and look where she's at now. See, this is what happens when you don't have things well thought out and you don't have things well planned, Sansa. Yeah, it's true. This is what happened to you when you don't have things well thought out. You know, you're still in the same position that you were in this video. Same position. Ain't nothing changed. Not a damn thing. You ain't got a goddamn thing to show for it at all. That has to be a fucked up feeling, Sasha. It really does. You know? Let me go ahead and play this one right here. Oh, the message right here, Sasha Ray, that you need to listen to. Yeah. It's dope message. Hold on, y'all. Cue this up. Where is it? There we go. Alrighty. Bring it up to the panel. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, let's go and roll
We
this.
get right into it. Who the fuck gave y'all this title as to call yourself single mothers? Y'all bitches is not single mothers. Y'all are difficult bitches. A single mother is a female who raises her children or child alone because the father of her children or child is either incarcerated, deceased, or just a flat out deadbeat. So if your baby father doesn't fall under any of those categories, you're not a single mother. Some of y'all are baby mothers. You let the father see the kid, but you're just irritating. You're toxic. You want to argue. You want to be with him. Ugh, y'all know what y'all are. Y'all love that title. But the rest of y'all bitches are difficult bitches. Put that shit in your bio. You're not a boy mom. You're a difficult bitch. I call you up to get my kid. You say, yeah, it's cool, but let me ask you a question. You still with that bitch? What that got to do with anything? Click. You hang up. Now you sending him a long paragraph telling him how you're never going to see your kids, how he's getting put on child support.
Damn, sounds just like Sans Ray. Sounds just like Sans Ray.
Does that sound like a fucking single mother to you, or does that sound like a difficult bitch? Does this sound like a mother who's fucking tired posting? Good morning, we getting right.
Yeah. Sounds just like Sans Ray. Yep. Oh my God. Boy. I tell you. Time will tell you, y'all. Time will tell you every time. You know? And it just keeps telling us, look at that, you know, a good throwback video from 7, 8 years ago. And where are they now? Yep. Where are they now? Okay, let's go into this because we got a nice another throwback coming up. Nice long one at that. But right here, Thread is saying the uncomfortable part about dating is explaining to men that my son needs positive male influence from them. Okay, I could kind of get, you know what I'm saying, this is what she's saying, but Sasha Ray, first off, it should be uncomfortable because any man with some goddamn sense knows when they come into a situation with a child your age has to be a good representative. So that right there, talking about the uncomfortable part, it should be uncomfortable. If you feeling that goddamn uncomfortable, you shouldn't be dating, flat out. Then she goes on to say, my son deserves to witness healthy masculinity, and I want that model in my relationship and in our home. What home? You know, goddamn motherfucking stay hotel now, bitch. I mean, what home are you talking about? You know? But I get it. It sounds good. Then she goes on right here saying that okay. I wish more women understood me. If you wanted a man to commit to you, but he was promiscuous and wanted every woman in the world, but you, the comment right here sounds right. Miss, I got 6 degrees. When are you going to get together with punctuation? I'm over here reading this shit, and I'm going to sit here sound like your dumb ass. running on with sentences and shit. Then you get it. I don't hate, man. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I just want the pain and fear to go away. Well, if you want the pain and fucking fear to go away, okay, you want the pain to go away. Let's start with that. You want the pain to go away, Science Baby. Something should tell you that you don't have the capacity to be dating. You know. You know what I'm saying? Because, with anything, that you insert yourself into, you can expect, excuse me, you should expect the best and the fucking worst. It's just what it is. If you can't bear the pain of it, maybe you should mess with it, Sasha, right? Flat out easy. It shouldn't be that hard to kind of interpret that into your, fucked up ass brain. Then she goes on to say, excuse me, where I leave off at? If you read my last post about this, maybe this will help you understand where I'm coming from. I was celibate for 8 years. Here we go again. I was celibate for 8 years. When I finally decided to break it, I didn't do it for the title or a promise. I did it because I was ready. Well, if he was ready, what the fuck you still talking about for then? Then she goes on to say he was someone I known. And cared about for a long time. Before he came to California, I already knew I wanted to be with him. See? I didn't need guarantees. I just wanted to let things flow naturally. Nah, that's a lie. That's a lie. What I didn't expect was how he would treat me afterward. I mean, once again, he treated you just like you presented yourself. Nice, quick, and easy. Then she goes on to say, I would have been fine if we just agreed to stay friends, no pressure, no more intimacy. But instead, he made me feel like we could actually make it. Only for me to move to Georgia, and now he's made me feel disposable after something that was deeply meaningful to me. Oh my God. It was so meaningful. That Science Ray had us celibacy broke. Wow. So meaningful, Science Ray. Was that meaningful then? You should have made him commit before you started busting wide open. Now you regret it. Really? Okay. Then she goes on to say, I asked him to honor that moment. Like he's supposed to, throw roses on the floor and supposed to be, in her mind, supposed to be an anniversary date. Yeah, it's the day I busted wide open to you. Okay. To not sleep with other women. See, there you go. Want to handcuff motherfucking Sasha Ray. That ain't the way the game works when you're dating Sasha Ray. What you should have did is got to know this guy a little bit longer to see if he'll fully respect you and respect your wishes, before y'all slept around. But instead, you're trying to, speed things up with him and it seemed like everything didn't pan out for you. Then she says he lied. And when he tried to make it easier by saying, okay, let's just be casual, no pressure, he still rejected me. Okay. All righty. Let me read this next one. Oh, shit. Damn, my fault. My fault. Hold up. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Damn. Bear with me right quick. I'm trying to clear all this shit out, y'all. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, point. He slept with everyone else but me. Oh my God. Sasha Ray, man, because everybody was getting smashed, all except her. Poor Sasha Ray. But you don't need to be fucking anyway. I became the one he avoided. Yeah, shit. Everybody trying to avoid your ass. Like being with me carried too much truth. Really. That was a good one. And that rejection hit deeper than words can explain. So no, what I'm doing now isn't about being reckless or chasing pleasure. It's about not letting fear or shame own my body again. Being with someone who actually wants to meet or wants me. I'm not ready to explore new men. Are you not? Oh, what the fuck are you doing on that day with homeboy then? Okay. Just as I thought. So I'm trying with men with before. Connection without feeling doesn't always look pure. Sometimes it's just choosing to touch life again after someone made you afraid to feel or want physical touch. Oh, okay. Boy, oh boy, I guess she's making excuses for all the bullshit right there while she busted open. I mean, here's what the fuck it is, bro. You know, it is what the fuck it is, Sasha Ray. Yeah, no. Alrighty. I got another man. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I got another message. Hold on. Yeah, I got another message. Oh shit. Yeah, bro, will be right quick. Damn. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Okay. All right. There we go. Hold on. Let me see. Share the screen. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. All right. Let me play this message right here. Sasha Ray. Because you need to hear this. Oh, yeah. You need to hear this one. Let me see. There we go.
Every woman deserves a provider.
Absolutely not. They do not. A
Why?
lot of women are hoes. They don't deserve shit. Like, if I'm just keeping it real, you ain't worth shit. You're a headache. You ain't got nothing. You're always begging. You're just not shit. So,
Yeah, Sasha Ray. You just ain't shit.
what do you need? You need a job.
Minus
Yeah, Sasha Ray. You need a job.
Like,
food
you know what I
stamps,
mean?
minus
Like,
the hair.
Yeah, like you need
All
a
that.
vision. You need those things. You need to go get your shit together is what you need
Yeah.
to do. But
Yeah, Sasha Ray. You need to get your shit together.
do you need a provider? No. And if there's going to be any provider, let it be God, so that way he can help you get, to get you going in the right direction. But to have a man providing for a bum, absolutely not.
To have a man provide for a bum like Sasha Ray.
No, they don't deserve it.
You don't deserve a man, Sasha Ray. Now, another woman said this. Another woman said this now. Let me play that again.
You feel that every woman deserves a provider.
Absolutely not. They do not. A
Why?
lot of women are hoes. They don't deserve shit.
That part.
Get your own shit. A lot of bitches just ain't worth shit. Like, if I'm just keeping it real, you ain't worth shit. You're a headache. You ain't got nothing. You're always begging. You're just not shit. So, what do you need? You need a job.
Minus the
Like,
food
you know what I
stamps,
mean?
minus
Like,
the hair.
Yeah, like you need
All
a
that.
vision. You need those things. You need to go get your shit together is what you need to do. But do you need a provider? No. And if there's going to be any provider, let it be God, so that way he can help you get, to get you going in the right direction. But to have a man providing for a bum, absolutely not. No, they don't deserve it.
All righty. Oh, yeah. No lies told again. No lies told. All righty. Okay, where we at now? Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, we almost there. So basically, let me explain this right here. This was kind of hilarious to me. When I said, if this poor lady only knew, yeah, let me supersize this up. So basically, the rat is over there again today, as we seen earlier, throwing out these sympathy, you know what I'm saying, quotes. And she got a few people over there kind of, feeling sorry for her, like always. Everybody feels sorry for the ain't shit rat. It's just one of those things. You just one of them people that, everybody just, oh, y'all need to leave Sansaray alone. One of them type people. Until she gets cussed out, then she'll start seeing the bigger picture. But basically, like I said, Sansaray was over there this morning. And basically, over there, posted sympathy quotes, just like I said. And this lady came on to say, this way here. Okay, I'm sorry for that moment in your life. So basically, the moment she busted wide open for Chief, I guess she didn't see the video. Then the lady said, hey, I started praying over you like I said I would, and I saw you being pulled against your will. So I asked, Lord, was she abused? Nah, she wasn't abused. Miss Lady. She wanted it. She said it in the post. She wanted it. She wanted some of that. No matter what. And she got it. Thing of it is, it was gonna come with some stipulations. That's the thing. The stipulations didn't work out. So the lady goes on and said, he said that was a major part of your celibacy journey. The man you're grieving over was sent from the enemy to throw you off your course. Oh my God. This bitch was already off course. A little bit do this lady know. This bitch was never on track to begin with. Because that's all she had on her goddamn mind was getting dick down. I mean, she had it on her mind to run down to Georgia just to get dick down. Is what I'm saying. So once again, this lady, she just ain't in a loop on what's really going on. I think we need to reach out to this sister and let her know, what is what. Yeah. That way she have a clearer picture. Because a rat she is, she'll go along with it. Paying, yeah, he did me wrong. You know how the rat gonna do. Then the lady goes on to say, God is trying to get a tighter hold on you. I think God left her ass a long time ago. I'm sorry that this was completely unsolicited. No, the rat was online, busted wide open. Yeah. This was unsolicited. It was solicited. This lady must don't know about the OnlyFans. Then she goes on to say, but I'm just trying to be obedient myself. He heard you cry out, sis. Just hold on. Oh my God. Boy, I tell you, man. Only if they know. But we're gonna jump into this throwback that's gonna take us out, through the rest of the show. Once again, you fuck with me, hit the like. If you don't, hit the dislike. Feel free to comment and motherfucking subscribe. Yo, shout out to the 11 subscribers I got last month, too. Yeah, I forgot to shout y'all out. So definitely shout out to my spiritual donations, as well. And my playback watchers, shout out to y'all. And the birdies, definitely shout out to y'all. So we're going to get into this throwback video right here. It's good one. Shout out to the birdie who's, recommended this one right here. A good throwback back. A real good one. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me cue it up. Oh yeah, we're gonna ride out to this one right here. All righty. This was done 7 years ago. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, we pulling up that then and now, because that then and now is pretty much looking the same kind of, same rhetoric, same bullshit. Very interesting, Sansa Ray. But we not making things up over here. We just calling it for how we see it. Alrighty. Hold on. Make sure I go. Yeah, put it. Boom. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Let's roll it.
Thumbs up the live stream. Hey you, how you doing? I have an interesting morning plan. I have a lot to do. I gotta be off this live stream in about an hour, of course. I try to keep my live streams an hour long. It's about 8:56 a.m. here in San Francisco, California. And of course, every morning I look at my comments. And I think one of the things I might want to address today that is not even germane to the topic, but I do want to say it. People are like asking me why there's so many ads on my channel. Like, why are so many ads in my live stream? People are like, what's up with the ads? I'm fighting ads, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, that's how it goes in these streets. Listen, so with my live streams, if you're watching them while I'm doing a live, 9 times out of 10, you won't see a lot of advertisements. You'll see more advertisements in the playbacks. So if you don't want to see any ads, actually tune in when I do a live stream. Like, then you'll be able to see what's up. So yeah, I cut on the ads. Like I literally am trying to get my paper off of my live streams outside of donations. And when you guys come into the super chat, I don't really push the super chat that often. But I know a lot of people who do live streams that do. Like I was in a live stream last night with Jada Black, and people donate to him and his live streams all the time. Like his super chat, people be giving him $100, $200. You know, he just has like a different type of like following. His following is very supportive of him. He's a really cool cat. So anyway, so I called this live stream. I feel like a failure. I just want to survive. Because, some days I want to give up on certain things, not necessarily life or whatever. But sometimes I want to give up on certain things. And I was having this conversation with my mom. I'm actually a lot closer to my mom now than I ever been. Like anybody who knows me, you know that I never really was close to my mom like that. And so my mom and I are now a lot closer than we used to be. And so we're talking all of the time. And I said to her, we were talking about the positive characteristics of the other people inside of my family. And I was telling her, some positive qualities that I wish I had that some of my other family members had. And so, she said to me the one thing that she noticed about me is that with all of the stuff that I have gone through, a lot of other people would have just gave up on their dreams and just decided to do something else, because of what I do, it's very, very challenging. And she said a lot of people wouldn't have felt strong enough to continue doing what it is that I do. And, that's the main reason why so many people give up on their dreams all of the time, because we have so many self-defeating beliefs, and we have other people telling us we can't do stuff, or we're not pretty enough, or strong enough, or smart enough, or skinny enough, or light-skinned enough, or we don't have enough money, or we don't have enough drive. I mean, people are consistently trying to tell us, who we should be or who they want us to be. And instead of us going out there, doing whatever it is that we want to do, we quit. And then other times, when you have ups and downs, like everybody has a set of ups and downs that they experience in their life, even in regards to your career. Like, I was telling some people in a live stream the other day that since I decided to rebrand my channel, I got rid of my TV network and I changed the name of my channel. So the viewership has changed on my channel. I have less views because I've decided that all I'm going to do is positive content. And unfortunately, a lot of people like to get online and subscribe to this daily poison to where they'll watch a whole bunch of drama and violence and sexuality and a whole bunch of stuff like that. But if you're trying to encourage them to be better as a human being, they aren't interested in that. So I'm refocusing my audience and I'm actually trying to connect with people who are more positive or who are looking for um, to be a part of a positive community, people who, really have real life issues and real life things that they deal with on a day-to-day basis, because I'm a real person, you know. So I go through stuff all the time, and I've said this to, on YouTube. I've never been like the type of person that'll go through some stuff and try to pretend like I'm not going through it. And so sometimes I look at my life, like I'm 38, and most of my life I've been good about planning. Plan a lot of
Plan, positive. Folks, it's 2025. God damn it, I need a motherfucking drink for this shit, man. God damn. Man, fuck. Damn. Ain't that something? But anyway, we're going to keep the show going. But as I was saying, it's 2025. And we ain't seen this bitch playing shit. Not a damn thing since then. She talking about positive. What have we been saying all this goddamn time? Come on now. What have we been saying all this damn time? We ain't been saying shit positive. Not a goddamn thing. All we've been saying on this bitch channel is begging. My problems, begging, my problems, begging, and begging. That's all we've been saying. All right, let's continue on.
the things I plan, I put plans in order. And sometimes when you got a plan, God will look at your plan and crack up. Like, this your plan? Oh, I got something way better. And when you're in that position, you're thinking that you're a failure. You're thinking because your plan didn't work out, or it's not working out how you thought it was going to work out.
Well, Science Ray, once again, it's 2025 and your plan hasn't worked out. Now I got one motherfucking bit. Not one goddamn bit. Your plan has worked out. You're still in this Tennessee State Hotel, bitch. So if that was your plan, you need to let us further know. Because it seems like ain't shit been planned. Ain't shit been going positive. All right.
You must be failing. And so I had a plan that by the age of 33, okay, I would already be at multimillionaire status. Now, listen, I was close.
At the age of 33, multi-millionaire status. Only anything status we've seen in this bitch has been multi-begging status. That's it. Hold on, man. Hold on, y'all. This shit. Hold on. Goddamn door banging open. Fuck. Hold on.
We're not talking about.
Yeah, that's the only thing we be saying is multi-begging status. That's it. All this time. Multi-begging. Multi-problems. All right, let's continue on.
Listen, I was close to my multimillionaire status. I had hit my little 1 million, and 1 million is nothing in comparison to how much money I wanted. But what I wanted.
Did this bitch just say 1 million is nothing? Well, bitches, if 1 million is nothing, why the fuck you still in a stay hotel? Why you don't have a car? If 1 million is nothing. Oh boy. I'll be damned. Let's continue on.
To do with my money in regards to philanthropy and charity and stuff like that, and the kind of life I want to live. It's not a materialistic type of life. It's not one of those lives that, I'm going out here and I don't know, splurging on stuff I shouldn't be splurging on. But I wanted to live a very, very comfortable life, and I wanted to
Okay, comfortable life at the Extended Stay Hotel. Okay, we get it.
stop the poverty in my family. And
Oh, you want to stop the poverty in your family? Well, it seems like that poverty is still stuck with you, Sansaray. Just saying. I'm not making nothing up. It's 2025. Ask yourself right now, where the fuck are you at?
honestly, it's not a bad poverty to where I grew up in the hood or I grew up in the projects. You know, my family has always been good.
Sansaray, where you at right now? It's just the same as the fucking projects. You know, it's just the same. You give a little bit more time. Soon as that dope get flooded over there, motherfuckers gonna be killing and stealing. That's all it's gonna take. All right, let's continue on.
With money. I come from a family that's like that. So I just wanted to go to the next step in regards to my legacy, you know. I wanted to be able to reach higher lifts than the people before me have in regards to finances. So that was a goal of mine. So when I turned 33, right, I had this plan that if I didn't make it inside of the entertainment industry the way I wanted to make it, I would quit and I would just go back to corporate America, you know? And when 33 came, right? Now I'm 38 now. When 33 came, I was thinking to myself, fuck that. All this work that I did, I'm not about to quit what all of this work. I done worked my butt off and I'm still not where I want to be, but I'm not about to quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can't. So everyone who is successful, even if they're a millionaire already, a lot of people who are successful career wise or however much money that you want to make, because some people don't want to be a millionaire. Some people want to be a thousandaire. You know, some people are minimalists. Like me, I'm a minimalist. I want multi-millions, but the reason why multi-millions is so I can give it away.
Yeah, this goddamn shit. Oh my god, it's fucking up again. Hold on. God damn. Hold on. Hold up. God damn, this motherfucker fucking up again.
I give my money away. And so I want to make more money so I can be able to do certain things to have research to cure types of diseases and all types of stuff that I want to do. I have so many plans for when I do have a substantial amount of money. So philanthropy, like, you know, so I think being a philanthropist or being wealthy is like a byproduct of my success. So while other people are out here defining, you know, their version of what their success is, or they look at me and try to define whether or not I'm successful, I sit back and I think to myself, just like every other person who's successful or not successful, or working on it, or business owner, entrepreneur, something like that, we all get to a point where we're thinking, I feel like a failure because my plan that I had wasn't executed, you know, or I didn't get, like, so let me use YouTube as an example. I didn't get the 10,000 more subscribers I want, or I didn't get the feedback that I wanted to get off of a video I posted, or everyone's disliking my comments, I mean my videos, and no one's leaving pleasant comments and stuff like that. A lot of those defeating things, it's mind. It's like a mind thing. It's like you're thinking, I'm defeated. All of this stuff is showing me I'm consistently getting hit over and over. Times that happens, it doesn't give up on your situation. And a lot of people give up on their dreams because they're not making enough money financially and they just want to survive. They're not making enough money off their dream. Like, how many times have you ran into a person who had a dream? Maybe they wanted to play guitar. Maybe they wanted to sing. Maybe they wanted to be a florist. Maybe they wanted to be a mechanic, or whatever, like whatever it is that you've always thought about what you want to do. Like, tell me, like, put in my comment section or put in the live chat. What is it that you always wanted to do that you haven't yet because it wasn't making you enough money? And the one thing about entrepreneurs and business owners, when we have gone through the struggle of trying to hold on to our career until we get to that point where we're comfortable financially, it's so hard to hold on to. Like Kevin Hart was talking about Tiffany Haddish, and he was talking about how she used to live out of her car, and how, you know, she was just poor and working so hard to try to become who she is now, and it's finally paid off. You see what I'm saying? So when people try to make fun of me for living in an extended stay hotel, or when my car got repossessed, or some people try to say people don't make a lot of money on YouTube, when in fact,
Okay, now I want y'all to remember, this is not the current car that got repossessed in 2024. This is the car that got repossessed 7, 8 plus years ago. You know? So if she didn't learn nothing the first time, what the fuck think you she may learn something the second time? Then she sit here and want to talk about these celebrities once again. Think about these celebrities, Sasha Ray. They have a plan and they execute, they work towards it. See, when you work hard, it pays off. See, that's why nothing is paying off for you, Sasha Ray, because you're not putting in the work. That's the problem. You want everybody else to do the work for you. That ain't the way it works. You know? You just act like this, you know, multi-million dollars supposed to fall out the sky. No. It doesn't happen in real life, Sasha Ray. It doesn't. All right, let's continue on.
they do, YouTube is a good source of income if you
It's a good source of income. Really? Why the fuck you on her begging?
doing what you're supposed to do. And I want you guys to understand that when people are telling you that you can't do something, or it looks like you can't accomplish something, and you feel like you are going to fail, and honestly all you want to do is try to survive to the next day, you have to understand that there's a reason why you started the path that you to begin with. And it makes no sense to walk down the path and then suddenly turn back because a tree done fell in front of your path, or you see like a big flowing river and you want to get to the other side of the river because that's where the rest of your journey is. So if you're trying to get over the river, you just go turn back. No, that's not no. We all go through some challenging things in our lives.
Yes, we do. And we get back up. We keep going at it. We don't stop and beg. We get back up and we keep going at it.
And I don't ever want anyone who is listening to me, I don't want you guys to ever, any of you, to feel like got to a point where it could be a little bit challenging, that it's time for you to quit. And sometimes, like as of lately, like I just said, I'm switching over and doing the rebranding of my channel, and everything is so positive. And when I look into my feed of the people that I'm subscribed to, and I look and I see the drama that people are talking about sometimes, and this was a crowd I was a part of. Like, you know how YouTube is like certain sectors of YouTube. There was a sector of YouTube that I was a part of, and I noticed, even as me looking at the title of their videos, if it just so happens to come up in my suggested box, because I'm not subscribed to any of it anymore, it's still a lot of dramatic ass topics in regards to race, in regards to the typical things that people are discussing in regards to relationships. And I'm bored with it. And the people who are still entertained by this stuff, they come into my live streams and they're very bored, and I'm sorry. I apologize, because I'm on a whole nother level. I'm sorry. I have moved forward. Like, I have moved up. And even if it looks like to you that I'm failing or I've taken a couple of steps back, I'm actually moving forward.
Okay, so you're moving forward with the same shit. Now, once again, mind you, it's 2025. Currently, as we speak, And she said her trying to tell us that she moved forward, even when it looked like she's failing. Even though she's over there in the Standard State Hotel, her son is steady shitting on himself. She doesn't have a car. She's back on her begging. She's moving forward. That's what she's saying. Ain't that right, Sansaray? All right, let's continue on.
And it to me it feels better because like when I was thinking, I started looking at the other live streams of the people whose channels I want my channel to be in, Carmichael channels, or even a TD Jakes channel, or a Creflo Dollar channel, or anything that has to do with something positive. It doesn't have to necessarily be religious. I looked at the stuff that everyone uploads in the morning time, all of the people who I aspire to be like. And usually in the morning time, their videos are so positive and so motivational and so inspirational. And it just gets you pumped. Like you really want to like go like save the world. And so when I was thinking about what I wanted to call this live stream this morning, I was thinking about how even sometime earlier this week, I was feeling like I was a failure. And I was saying to my mom, sometimes I feel like I failed and I didn't accomplish what I wanted to. But then she had to remind me, do you realize all this? You accomplished so many other things that so many other people wouldn't have accomplished.
I want to hear this shit. What else this bitch has accomplished? I like to know. Shit, Sansaray, you can email me. Shit, what the fuck have you accomplished? Seriously, I love to hear this shit. Does anybody know what she's accomplished? You know, once again, I'm getting goofy over here. I like to know what the fuck has Sansaray Monique Smith accomplished? Seriously. Somebody got some explaining to do with this shit, man. Then she had a nerve to say she's accomplished some shit that nobody in this motherfucker has accomplished. Once again, what is that? What is it? Let's continue on.
So just because you didn't accomplish the things that you didn't want that you wanted to, doesn't mean they're not ever gonna come. It could mean that they are coming, but what I can tell you about a lot of the things that you invest your time in, you have in your mind, you're visualizing what you want, right? And you're thinking, okay, I want my business to do X, Y, and Z, or I want to promote, I want to lose weight, or I want to be a better mother, or whatever the things that you're thinking about, right? When you do finally accomplish those things, people will tell you, the people that have accomplished those things already, these people will tell you that when you get there, it's nothing like you thought it was going to be. It's better than you thought it was going to be. It's actually better than what you imagined it was going to be. Like a lot of the times, what I've noticed about the universe is that you can't fathom the stuff the universe can. It's almost like the universe knows. Well, the universe does know. Well, let me say God, because some of you can relate to when I say God more.
You know, I
But
got to
I call
pause.
the universe to me is God to you.
Hold up. Y'all got skills. I'm over here to eat some chips. But line is said. To restrained artists is an accomplishment. You know something? Now that I think about it, this the only motherfucker bitch, the only motherfucker I know that has 2 restraining orders. Everybody else I know just got 1. But this bitch right here, she got 2. I guess that is a compliment. All right, let's roll.
Okay, so the God and universe is interchangeable to me. And so to me, I feel like God knows, the universe, what it is that you want. And it's always out here trying to, get you to have something better than what your mind could ever fathom. And I noticed that. And I've said this in some other live streams, that the universe never tells you no.
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company.
It's either yes, not yet, or I have something better. And when I'm getting my relationship questions, like when people send me relationship questions and stuff about Buddhism and stuff about money and stuff, a lot of the times I tell people, you know, the rejection, when it seems like it's rejection from another person or another situation, or something didn't go the way that you thought it was it's protecting you from something. It's like the universe is protecting you. Like, I know you guys have heard rejection is God's protection. Usually the universe knows something you don't know. Have you ever been in a situation to where you wanted something so bad, some type of situation, or maybe a person, and it didn't happen for you, and then later on you go back and review what you wanted or who you wanted, and you start to be like, damn, I'm glad I didn't do such and such and such, because if I would have did blah blah blah, then this would have happened. So I'm glad it didn't happen for me. Like sometimes exes, or maybe people that we wanted to be with that we couldn't be with, and then you see how they are now, like a year or so later, and you're like, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't stay with that person, because then that would have been me, you know.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I just tell y'all? Didn't I just tell y'all? Look who's talking. Look who's talking. I ain't got to explain this shit. I don't. Yeah, I heard it right out of her motherfucking mouth. Ain't that something? The contradiction. Boy. But she's steady talking about this man. 2025. Still talking about him.
What I mean? So I think that a lot of us have experienced a lot of the same things. And a lot of us, like I said, I feel like a failure sometimes, of course, as hard as I am, right? And you have come such a long way as I have, right? It's when I look back sometimes, I realize, oh shit, I done came too far down to the journey for me to turn around. It would make no sense. It would make no sense. So if I keep just going forward, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. And so meanwhile, you got everybody, telling you all of this other stuff that you don't need to be listening to that stuff. That stuff is poison, and I tell you guys all the time, don't be a part of the rabbit hole, man. Don't get on to any social media platform and get pulled into a whole bunch of negativity. Like the internet is so almost so bad to me right now that I can't even I can barely read my Facebook timeline without being like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is just and I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. Maybe it's because I'm getting older, and a lot of the bullshit that was probably funny at one point is no longer funny because I'm mature, or like a lot of these videos, like these Facebook Live videos and these Instagram videos, these things that people put on Instagram and Facebook in order to get some views. Now I'm able to look at the internet and I can tell who's actually doing Facebook Live videos to actually help some people versus people who are actually out here doing Facebook Live videos just so they could get the likes, just so they could get the loves, just so they can get maybe, I don't know, some type of recompense for it. A lot of people use social media as a way to validate who they are as a person. And so I'm starting to see just and I've always saw it, but I think to now it's to be I can't relate. It's so much stuff on the internet that I can't relate to anymore. And I don't know if it's because I'm growing and I'm more mature or what it is, but I'm bored as hell in regards to the internet. Like everything is boring the fuck out of me. So I'm barely on Facebook. With YouTube, of course, I love doing YouTube videos. People are suggesting that I start doing Instagram lives, so I will. But you have to understand, anyone who is in my audience who has been like interested in that drama, you're gonna be upset. You gonna be upset because I ain't interested in that stuff no more. I don't care about that stuff. Um, hey everybody in the chat. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad you guys are here. I love to see you guys engage. Um, but the entire this man is walking a German Shepherd. People love their dogs here in California. I love California. I'm so glad I moved here. Like, and that's another thing. When I was in an extended stay, and I had to move to California. I had to give up so many things. Like I gave up my dog and my daughter, my 18-year-old daughter. I haven't seen her in a year, and that's just breaking my heart. Like it'll be a
If you had to choose between flipping a house.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna skip through this. Welcome to the room. What else I was gonna say? But then, yeah, like I said, this is a throwback showing the contradiction of what she's saying today. Let me go ahead and play it. All right, let's roll some more.
It's almost been a year. I haven't seen my dogs. You know, I have 3 dogs. I miss my dogs. I gave away all of my things just so I can have a better life for me and my son. And I said I'm going to rebuild my life, and then I'm going to come back and get my dogs and get else that I have left there. My daughter is going to the military. And when I was living in the extended stay, I felt like I was, failing. I felt like, I just felt very low. It was like one of the worst times in my life. I was very hurt.
And you're right back in this state, Sansaray. You're right back there. So I'm pretty sure we see that you're hurting. But once again, you can't blame nobody but yourself. Nobody you can blame this time. You can't blame Priest. You can't blame Andre. You can't blame Damo. You can't blame Kathy. You have to blame Sansaray on the reason why she's in this state. Ain't that something, y'all? Ain't that something? Then and now, boy, I tell you, boy, when that light come on, it's gonna show a whole different picture. Whole different picture. All right, let's keep it rolling.
But came out of it. Like, think this is a prime example from what I'm talking about. Look what came out of it. I ended up being in a place where I had been thinking about coming here so much, and I just always thought that California was like this dream that I would never be able to move in a place like this, and here I am living here.
Goddamn much to move goddamn California. You ain't moving overseas.
It's amazing. But I could not tell what to do in order to keep viewership on my YouTube channel, because I know a lot of people consider a lot of positive stuff boring, especially when I'm not sitting here telling jokes, and I'm not the type of person that make fun of people. I'm not a low energy person. I'm starting to think that most people.
She's not a low energy person, but she came on her and bashed that man, said that he was a rapist. Said not only that, said he raped his daughter. Like, come on. But she's not a low energy person though. This person saying that then, but look what she's doing now.
Use the internet, right? And they're low energy people, so they come here looking for low energy stuff. And when you start getting to a higher level or a different level, it's kind of esoteric. So you have to actually find the community that is okay with that type of stuff.
7 years later, you're still trying to find a community. You're still trying to build a community, and you still ain't found or built one yet. What would that tell y'all? There's no community here for you, Sansaray.
I haven't tapped into the motivational speaker, God, religious community as of yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on the relationship and lifestyle improvement, positivity, motivational community. And that's where I'm headed. And I hope I can take as many of you with me because I actually love the people who watch me. And I do want to apologize. Let me apologize. Okay, I have to apologize to some people. And the reason why I have to apologize to some people is because for the past year, my life has been very hard. And people have come into my live chats and comment section, and I have literally cussed they ass out. Oh my God, like, I'm so sorry. Like, you have to understand, like, it's easy for me to lose patience. This is another reason why I want to get rid of, any of the negativity, because it has been easy for me to lose patience in that situation, because it isn't even that, when you vlog about your life, of course, everybody is going to have an opinion. And I tell you guys, I'm okay about opinions, but what bothers me is the disrespect. That disrespect, oh my God, people be so disrespectful and so stupid. I just be like, oh my God, like, and it is making me, it'll annoy me. Like the other day I was lost, so I was already annoyed. And I did a live stream, and in the live stream, people was in there talking about my son and my son's father, and just like you get sensitive when people talk about your family, or people are talking about an experience that they may not fully know a lot about, but they speak about it as if they know. It could get a little annoying because it's a sensitive topic, and so people was in there talking about priest and justice. And I was like, yo, I'm about to wring somebody's neck, because it was about child support. And I have been going back and forth with this whole child support thing. I never really wanted to, like I said, put priests on child support. And I've said this so many times, but I had ended up doing it. I had to do it anyway. And I just don't, I don't know. I don't know how else to feel about it. Like, I want the negativity that I feel in regards to it to go away, because I've already finished the process. And, the second that they get their hands on him, it's going to start. But I really just feel like that's a worse situation. He could have easily got out of that, What does that say? What does that say? Most females mainly care about looks and money when it comes to relationships. I don't know why you burst out of nowhere and said that, but I think that's an accurate statement. When will you most females stop lying about saying personality matters more to you? If that's the case, then why do average looking or decent looking nice guys have hard time getting girlfriend, but not good looking guys? Okay, so Steve Henry, let me explain something to you. Okay, when you say that most females are lying, saying that personality matters, you need to look at the situation I'm in. Okay, I've talked about my relationship with my son's father. Okay. Number one, he had a head full of dreads, right? They went down his back, but he was bald up here. Okay, that's number one. Number two, he didn't graduate.
If you are a real estate investor who owns single family rentals and you're looking to transition into multifamily, watch this. My company, REI Accelerator, will help you find, fund, and close on your first cash flowing multifamily deal in the next 6 to 9 months, or you don't pay. So number one, we will place a proven lead specialist in your business who will source and hand deliver off-market apartment leads to you on autopilot. So landing the right deal is critical to actually making money in real estate. So we focus on sourcing and finding off-market deals. We have an entire department within REI Accelerator dedicated to lead generation, and we will even train and recruit the best VAs in the business and have them working for you to deliver the highest quality deals possible. So where most investors get stuck because they're relying on
He didn't graduate from high school. He was a blue-collar worker who was only making $12 an hour. What made me love that man was his personality. He never liked to drive. He had a car, but it wasn't his car. It was a car that, his truck, the truck that we ended up sleeping in. Like, people know that he and I slept in a truck together. The truck that we ended up sleeping in wasn't his truck. It was his cousin's truck that he was borrowing. Okay? He didn't have his own car. He didn't have his own.
Oh, my God. Boy, I tell you. Now, all that negativity she wished on that man, look where she at now in 2025. Look where she at now. Back at the State Hotel, no car, no house, no apartment, no credit, no nothing. Right back on her begging. Right back on her begging.
Own place. To the average woman, he was a bum.
What are you? What are you? What are you now, Sans Ray? Because all that what you just said about that man, that's the same thing you got right now. So all the negativity that you was pushing towards that man 7 years ago is right back on you. And look at you.
The average woman would have never dated him. Okay?
Well, you're supposed to be a high value woman. Why do you make yourself average to date him? Well, below average to date him.
So people classify women who invest their time in men like that as foolish. So when you say that females only choose men who have money or are attractive, it's because when we choose otherwise and then we get played or that person doesn't appreciate us or they take us for granted, people judge us for that. So a lot of the times women will go out here and look for men who will take care of them financially. And honestly, for many, many years, society has put pressure on women to make us believe that our worth only comes out of who we are married to or how much he can take care of us. So in a
All right, press one if you can hear me. Press one if you hear me. I do a mic check right quick. I had to plug the system. The laptop battery is going down. Press one if you can hear me. Okay, cool. All right, let's roll some more.
female's mind, the way that we have been taught is the best way for us to get some worth inside of society is to be a man's wife and to be with a man who makes a lot of money and who is attractive. Those are considered accolades to females because that's what we've been taught. Now, men have been taught a completely different thing, which is materialistic and shallow as well. But you have to understand the thought processes of these females. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying a woman is justified to be chasing a man who is not necessarily good for her, but he looks good and has money. But anytime a woman, and most of the women I know, and any woman you ask will probably tell you this, when we've gotten into situations with men to where they don't have their shit together, usually the way they treat us is so messed up. Like if they don't have their own car and money, it usually like they're really bad to us. And most men will only feel like they're ready to be in a relationship when they have house, car, career, and job. Those are the only.
Oh, now y'all see how strange she's sitting up here trying to say this about what a man should have and what a man needs to date. But here it is. She's in a steady state hotel. It's still stay hotel again. No money, no house, no car. And she feel that it's fine because she a female to date. Wow.
Time men feel even comfortable with being in a committed relationship or to get into a marriage. Most men feel like that. They feel like in order for them to feel totally like a man, they have to be a decent provider. They have to be attractive. They have to have money. They have to have a decent career. So if you guys would stop pushing to the forefront that that's what makes you valuable, then I don't think a lot of women would go after that. You know, that's why women go after that. Now, let's put the shoe on the other foot. Men, you look for certain types of women, right? You look for women that cook, clean, blah, 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 right? And if a woman can't cook or clean, she isn't wife material. If a woman has, listen, if a woman has slept with more than one man, she's a hoe type of stuff. She's not considered wife material. Those little weird, like, false premises and fake stereotypes. Then women won't be coming to you lying about their sexuality, their hair, putting on fake hair, makeup, all types of stuff.
But basically, what she's saying is this is not true. You know, your character, you know what I'm saying, goes a long way, Sansaray. You know that. You try to mix this hair, makeup, and all that shit with it. No, that ain't got nothing to do with a character.
You guys make us feel like in order for us to be worth anything, we got to be extremely beautiful. So what a lot of black women are doing, or just women in general, what a lot of them are doing is walking around here trying to make themselves be and look better than what they are. So that's why you see all of the weave and the makeup and shit like that. Because beauty is something that is put on us hard, like, you know, and other women do it to other women too. It's not just. Okay, so people
show me a real estate agent that sells 100
situations they don't know anything about. That's so true. All about me. I don't see men chasing the average to below average chicks, so it's going both ways. I agree. Because I mean, listen, the amazing part about living in the area of California that I live in, okay, you guys know I live in San Francisco. I spend a lot of my time in the suburban areas, not just the metro area, but the suburban areas. And what I noticed about the people here, majority, they are part of another race. So they tend to treat relationships very different. The average couple that's walking around this place, the thing that they love most to do with each other ain't got nothing to do with how they dress, where they go. It's people walking around here dressed like bums, and all they want to do on a Friday night is to hold hands and then Target. Like the Targets and the Walmarts, department stores, the malls, stuff like that, they're crowded full of people, but it's a whole bunch of people that's getting stuff that they need. Not necessarily stuff to make them look more than what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like the black community does in regards to clothes and stuff. People don't do that here in California, at least from what I'm seeing. The superficial stuff that people inside of the black community usually like pay attention to, they don't do that here. People want to be couples here. People want to be married. People, you know, and I think that's because I'm seeing a multicultural type of situation. People respect their relationships here. Now, I'm not saying it's not people that cheat. I'm not saying it's no negative people. Not from where I'm at. They take value in their relationships and their family. So maybe it's the area that you in, because I didn't see this a lot when I was in Atlanta. When I was in Atlanta, I would see black people, right? But I would see black people stunting, like trying to put on they Sunday best and shit just to go just to go on a date, so they can appease and appeal to a whole bunch of other people, just so a bunch of other people.
No. Get the hell up out of here. You sit here and get dressed up for a day, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, so you're supposed to feel good and look good and dress good. You know, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, I forgot, you can't do that. That's why you got something to say about it. You can't do it. That's why.
Can have something positive to say about them. People aren't like that here. People just want to live their life, live comfortably, go to work, survive, have a good time, and that's it. You know, they're not trying to appease other people. And everybody looks very average. Like they're very normal. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally shop at Target for an outfit. Like, listen, fashion here, the way that people walk around, it ain't even plain. It's, I don't know. And people try to say LA is different. I'm not in LA. I'm in San Francisco. In the suburban areas, everyone is so just They not big on trends and fads. It's weird. Like it's different. It's a different world, man. You can't win. It's like you look for a man with money, you're a gold digger. If you get involved with a man who doesn't make decent money, you made a bad choice. Exactly, KCE. Exactly. The worst mistake. What was the worst mistake of your life? I didn't read. I must have missed that. Truly fabulous one. Why get pregnant by him? There was going to be a way he could support the baby. Listen, to everybody that, and I've said this 1,000 times, truly fabulous one. I say this 1,000 times, and you know, it's almost like people watch my live streams, but they don't. They overlook it. And maybe you're new to the channel, so to all of the old people in my chat who know the answer to this, please forgive me for repeating this. Because I think that's another thing that annoys me, continually having to repeat stuff over and over again. So, I got in a relationship with a man that I loved him for his personality. I loved who he was. I didn't love him for what he could give me. And women are programmed to be with men who can give them things. I was in a relationship with a man that I just genuinely loved as a person. It didn't matter what he could give me. That's number one. Number two, I had my own money. You understand? And I thought that when you are dealing with a partnership, when you're in a partnership with someone, if one person is down, that person is supposed to help them up and vice versa. So when I got with him and I seen that he needed more than one source of income, I tried to help him create more than one. He said he wanted to move in together because he was looking for a place. So I was looking for a place. So I decided to, okay, well, we can just live together. And he agreed. And you know, it was just a mutual thing. And we did want to have children and get to each other. Okay. But it happened sooner than we had planned. We had a plan. The plan was to be married and stuff first, and then maybe a year or so down the road, you know, do these things. Justice was not supposed to come this soon. And when I got pregnant, I couldn't bear children. I was told I would
want to dominate the stock market without risking
I wouldn't be able to carry. Okay, this is what I've been told most of my life, most of my adult life. Justice came just out of nowhere because I thought it was going to take fertility doctors in order for me to get pregnant. Okay.
I had to laugh, y'all, because this right here is very funny. Justice came out of nowhere. He just, hey, here you go, Justice. Okay.
So when it didn't happen that way, I was surprised. Excuse me. I was keeping track of my cycle like I usually do. And it just happened, and I'm happy about it. But I was not looking at him as, oh, this is gonna be my sole provider and stuff like that. I wasn't looking at him like that. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Smash that like button. Exactly. Everybody. Thank you, Ledford Thomas. Thank you so much. That's what I want you guys to do when you're in the live chat. Just promote. Tell everybody, hit the button. Y'all, my community, hook me up. Tell everybody, hit the like button. Engage. Just be welcoming when you're in my chat. You know, even if some days where I'm in a bad mood, you know what I mean? Y'all supposed to be in my chat like, forgive Sansaray. She's just having a moment. She's just having a moment. Forgive her. She'll be back to old Sansaray in a minute. But I'm sorry to hear that about you. Is that Kia? Miss Diary. That's what I'm gonna call you, Miss Diary. Look at it. He was the way my children were meant to get here. Yeah, my children. That's what I wanted to say. Like, my daughter's father is amazing father. Okay, my daughter's 18 and he's been an amazing father the whole time. I think we've had maybe one or two issues the entire 20 years, 25 years I've known this man. Super cool, and we still super cool to this day, and he checks up on Justice all of the time. We was just talking about Justice yesterday. So my son's father is amazing, and if I knew Priest was the type of man that handled this way, I would have never had a baby with him. And it didn't matter that he didn't have money and things like that. I was more concerned about his character. And honestly, when a man has his finances together and he has a career, it's almost a reflection of his character. Or it might just depend on the man. Like, had he had his finances together, he might have handled this in a different way. If his career was strong, if he had a little bit more faith in himself and had a little bit more security, I think he would have handled this situation better and would have just still took care of justice on his own, even though he and I are not together. You know what I'm saying? So I think the career and the finances are a reflection of a man's uh, character, and it tells you whether they're responsible or irresponsible or not. Sometimes, because you know, we all have things that we go through. Like sometimes health could be a problem in our family, and someone you know you're not going to work anymore. Like I ended up broke in the extended stay. I got so sick, and plus I was trying to change my life for him, and he made me get rid of someone who was helping me generate income. And that person was complicated too, and them two was fighting back and forth. Him and he didn't like the other, and it's just they was both in my ear, and I was just like, oh my god. But I wanted to handle business and get money, so handling business and getting money has always been a priority for me. That's always been number one. You know what I mean? So when he tried to take source account for me, I was looking at him like, you crazy? You think I'm about to turn down a couple of dollars a month, a couple of $1,000s a month in order to, you know, please you? Nah, you not supplementing me financially, so you are in no position to tell me what I need to be quitting. You understand? Like, I was surprised he was even.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer.
Coming to me like, quit YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't like that you do YouTube because I don't want people talking about, oh, my woman. My woman doesn't tell jokes. My woman isn't a comedian. My woman. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm not your woman. You know what I'm saying? Because you knew off break that I did YouTube videos, that I vlogged, that I, you know, did comedy. I'm a silly person. You knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't come into my life and try to change me, but don't have something to, you know, make up for or supplement for something you're asking me to get rid of. You know, I just couldn't understand that. I understand, but when I had my son with my ex-husband, when it didn't work out, I didn't ever sue for support because he knew a baby needs stuff. And I wasn't going to go through that. Well, I wasn't going to go through that either. But, you know, your ex-husband, he's still your ex. Y'all not together. But even though he's your ex-husband, he still wants to take care of his baby. From what I'm understanding, Miss Truly Fabulous 001. You know, yeah. Have you ever tried to get back with your daughter's father? We tried to get back with each other like twice one time. He sounds like a really good man. He is. He's an amazing person. He's always been a good person because he's really my friend. You know what I'm saying, Destiny? He's really my friend. And that's what I thought Priest was. Because, see, I'm big on if we be together, right? And we decide to break up, that's okay. We can break up and then be friends and be cool. We don't have to do all of this ugly stuff to each other. We could break up. But see, with Priest, what I noticed with Priest is he wasn't my friend. Because my friend wouldn't have done the stuff that he did. Like, my daughter's father, even though he didn't want to be with me, he was still there for me while I was pregnant, at least. He did not leave me. I got hit by a car. I got hit by a car, which is weird because both of my pregnancies, you know, was like kind of hard. I got hit by a car while I was pregnant. My daughter's father didn't look at me and be like, oh, she can't take care of herself. So, you know, she trying to use me for money. She trying to pretend like she got hit by a car. So I'm going to just leave her to die in a damn hotel and not give a fuck about her and my child. He didn't do that. First of all, my daughter's father saw I got hit by a car, right? All right. First of all, before I even got hit by the car, when he found out I was pregnant, he got an apartment for us. Okay. And when I had my daughter, And my daughter had to be like 2 or 3 months. He said to me that he didn't want to be in a relationship to leave, but he wanted to keep her. And I said, I was like, okay, fine, if that's what you want. And I made a deal with him. And I left the relationship and I moved to Atlanta, and he stayed in DC, and then we taking care of my daughter back and forth, our daughter back and forth. Like it was nothing, like co-parents are supposed to do. We didn't let the relationship affect how we were as parents, but Priest allowed our relationship to affect how he was as a parent, not understanding that a parent is different. And we were, me and my daughter's father were super young too, because I was still like, I was 19. So for us to be able to make a mature decision like that at that age, and then for me to grow up and be 38 now, and I'm dealing with another 38-year-old, and he handled it in an immature way, then my daughter's father handled it when my daughter's father was in his early 20s when we had our daughter. That says a lot about the dude's character. It's my daughter's father's character. That has nothing to do with whatever, because you would think, like I just said earlier, I said maybe if Priest would have had his finances together, then maybe he would have, been better. But honestly, my daughter's father didn't have his finances together when I got pregnant, but he got that shit together. You heard me? He said, forget this. I'm going to get myself together because I'm about to have a baby. So he went out there and did what he had to do. He didn't leave me stranded somewhere. I couldn't work once I got hit by the car. Once I got hit by the car, I was on bed rest for the rest of my pregnancy. I got hit by a car at 7 months. And my daughter's father took care of me 8 months, 9 months. Till my daughter was like 3 months. And he got up and he went to work every day, and he did it. He did it. And it has been an amazing father. So to me, Priest could have did whatever he needed to do. You know what I mean? He just chose not to because he has a bad character. That's all. Now, as far as me and my daughter's father getting back together, we tried to get back together twice, and and usually it's a back and forth thing. It's like, when I want to get back together, he don't. When he want to get back together, I don't. And so when my daughter's father started doing real estate investment, like he started like flipping houses and stuff. He had bought like this new house, and I said to him, well, instead of us moving into this new house, just 2 single people.
Can you believe that this guy
people co-parenting, why don't we just try to get back together? And he said no. I said, okay, when you want to get back together, don't circle back and ask me again, because I'm going to say no. I said, this is the last time we're going to go through this, because we've been going back and forth. And that was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And I said, don't talk to me about it no more. And we never talked about getting back together. When he found out I was with Priest, he was happy for me. He told me he wanted me to be with Priest. He didn't see my son again until he was 22. Oh, he didn't want to be involved with him when he couldn't have me. Oh, that's messed up. And you didn't put him on child support. I don't know why you wasn't with, then I was. Rika John, why were y'all planning to have a kid while y'all were both not good financially? Rika John, let me just say, I don't know why you playing dumb. Are you talking? I hope you've been in my live chats all of the time. So for you to ask me this stupid question is weird, because usually Rika John doesn't ask dumb questions like this. But let me just, because you've heard me talk about this a million times. Listen, Rika John, we weren't planning to have a kid immediately. We were planning to get our finances and stuff together. When we were living in the extended stay hotel, the plan was to try to find a place. We were looking for a place. So the way that we ended up having a kid too soon was just the grace of God. It was not, our timing. We didn't choose to have a baby together right then. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't supposed to happen right then. And like I said at the beginning of the live stream, and like I've said in a whole bunch of other live streams, I thought we was going to need a fertility doctor. You guys have to understand how old I am. I'm 38. Usually women over 35 having a difficult time even creating life, okay? So here I am, 38, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm old. You know what I'm saying? Because women over 30, it's just difficult. So I'm thinking, ain't no way in the world I'm just gonna burst out of nowhere and get pregnant when I've been having pregnancy problems since I was like 25. I have been having like pregnancy problems and I couldn't keep babies and I was having miscarriages and stuff like that. And I think it was, it had something to do with the abortions that I was having before. And so, and the abortions I didn't want, because I don't want anybody to think I wanted to have abortions. I had to have these abortions for reasons that I couldn't even control. And so then I just thought I couldn't have them. I thought I couldn't have them. So when Priest and I got together, it was, let's find a place together because I want to move. He wanted to move. So it was like, let's go ahead and live together. And then once we find a place, we've been chilling. We've started to build. And then we can get married and we can build from there. It wasn't, let's get married and have kids right now while we have nothing. But either way, love is love. It's couples that got together when all they had was each other. They didn't have a place. They didn't have kids. They didn't both have careers and full-time jobs. Usually couples, especially couples that are not Black, they get with each other and get married while they're building something. They don't try to build something first and then get married. Usually couples, and I've seen this, usually couples try to get married by a certain age. Couples of other races, they try to get married by a certain age and build a life together. Not necessarily, oh, let me get all my money and my job and stuff first before I go out there and I get, a husband and a wife. Usually solid husbands and wives build stuff together because it's a partnership. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be looking at each other like, okay, what you got? And let me show you my hand, and you show me your hand, and we're gonna see if we can make a deal. Nah, it's more of, listen, we come from two backgrounds to where my parents gonna expect X, Y, and Z from me, and your parents gonna expect X, Y, and Z from you, and we're gonna work together to build more than what our parents built. Basically, that's how they working. Like, from what I'm seeing. Even though even though he is not the ideal man, there is a reason why he is the father. Justice is beautiful, and there is greatness in and around you and him. Thank you, Diane C7777. I appreciate that. I feel that way too. I really do. The title says, I feel like a failure. I just want to survive. Why are you not talking about the title? I was talking about the title. Had your ass been in here at the beginning, I was talking about the title. You guys kind of took me off subject. And this is another thing that I was talking about. I was talking about how every time I try to do something positive or I try to discuss something positive, I don't get any hits on it. My shit will be, what, 20 or 30 people. I'm talking about something positive and motivational. But the second I start talking about Priest and this drama right here, everybody decides they want to be in my live stream. It's 119 people in here. When I started this live stream and I started talking about, how you shouldn't feel like failure and how, I just want to survive and how poisonous thoughts could X, Y, and Z to you, people didn't even want to come in here and kick it. And you here and kick it when I'm talking about something positive. But she's talking about Priest, let me go tell somebody else, and then everybody start and then they stay in the chat. Because see, people will hear me talking about something positive. They'll stay in the chat for a second. Oh, she's talking about some positive stuff. She motivationally speaking and everything. She inspiring. She blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear the drama. They come in and then they leave. Okay? And then you got other people that hear me talking about Priest. They come in, oh shit, she's talking about Priest. Okay, let me sit here and stay. Because the average time a person will stay up in my live streams when I'm talking about Priest is about 15 to 20 minutes. That's what the analytics say. This is what the analytics say, all right? So when I'm looking at the analytics of my live stream, if I'm talking about Priest of Justice or child support or something along that nature, you guys will stay in my live chats, and my live chats are an hour long. Y'all stay in there for about 15 to 20 minutes, okay? The average person. If I'm having a regular live stream to where I'm talking about something positive or inspirational, The duration that people stay in, the average time is 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's why I keep trying to tell you. I rebranded this channel, and the people that really, really support me and was always positive anyway and was looking for a positive message, they'll come with me as I make this transition. But the reason why my viewership is starting to be lower and lower and lower and lower is simply because I have discontinued trying to, make content that's shock and awe, that got this dramatic stuff with it, that gives people the opportunity to sit around and make fun of me because I'm sitting here being real about my life when they can't be real about theirs. People make fun of me for keeping it 100, keeping it real, talking about this situation with Justice and Priest. They'd make fun of me for it. They'd be in my comment section saying all of this ugly stuff and, whatever. But this would be the material that they watch because they won't pay attention to anything positive that I say on the channel at all. At all. It's like difficult. Even if I'm just talking about relationships and that's it. I could be talking about relationship and don't even bring up Priest and Justice. And people barely watching that stuff. Y'all want to hear me talk about Priest and Justice no matter how many times people try to claim they don't want the drama. Yes, y'all do. Because the analytics do not lie. That's the one thing that YouTube can give you that's certain is your damn analytics. And when I look at the views and look at the demographics and all types of stuff in regards to the live streams and the videos, y'all want to hear me talk about Priest and Justice. That's what y'all want to hear. And honestly, if you loved and supported me and you wanted to be a part of the community that I'm trying to build, you will also watch my positive content as well. Because I'm still the same funny, crazy person I am in my my positive videos too. It's just y'all see the title and don't click on it. You don't click on it. You know what I mean? Casey, you saying, why didn't I talk about the title? I was talking about the title and nobody was in the damn chat. Miss Diary, I have everything I wanted: career, home, owner, graduate. I decided I was ready to have a family, and he told me everything I wanted to hear without proving himself. That's a lesson I needed. Well, in regards to people proving themselves, a lot of times men feel like they don't want to jump through hoops just to get some woman. If a woman want to be with them, then she's just gonna be with them. I mean, that's how some men feel. You are not making any sense. You're only feeding into negativity if you continue talking about negative topics. Ed W, I guess you missed what I just said. Truly fabulous. It's admirable that you're having real talk. You are strong and beautiful, and God will see you through. God is always my strength in all things. I agree. Thank you. I agree that God is the energy behind everything that I do. God is the reason why I continue to keep moving forward, because I believe, I have faith in my situation, and I know that, it kind of looks, I don't know, to some other people that I might be failing. But to me, I don't feel like that all of the time. I felt like that before. Like I said, I've felt like that before. But I don't let them I don't know. I don't obsess over it. I obsess over more positive thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, I think about it like a day. I'll be like, today didn't go right. Today's the, I didn't get what I want, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't mean it won't happen tomorrow. I have moments like that. And the reason why I named the live stream, let me just go over it again because I said it at the beginning. But for those of you who weren't here in the beginning, the reason why I call the live stream, I feel like a failure, I just want to survive, is because a lot of the times as people, we have negative thoughts that stop us from continuing to go and follow our dreams. Sometimes we have people who are trying to convince us that we aren't strong enough or smart enough to accomplish our goals. Or sometimes we feel like we aren't in a place financially to continue to try to chase our goals and our dreams. We decide to go off and get like a regular job and stuff like that, so doing stuff that we're not interested in order to just survive. And so that's why I called it that, because a lot of people give up on their dreams just so they could survive. Okay, so they feel like they failed in regards to their dreams because they're not making as much money as they wanted to or planned to at a certain age or a certain time. So they give up on what they're doing because of that. That was the premise of Because She Lived in Her Car Chasing Comedy. And look, she's living now. And she's not the only person who did something like that and became successful. You guys, about someone y'all know, because if I start talking about other people who have successfully made it to where they want to go, how many people in this chat know who Tai Lopez? Because Tai Lopez is successful and a celebrity in the business sector. A lot of people don't know, okay, Tai Lopez is blah, blah, because he's not a singer or entertainer or anything like that. He's just Tai Lopez. And he was like broke. He was like living in a trailer. And like a matter of years, like maybe 2 or 3 years, he became a multimillionaire. So a lot of people don't know about Tai Lopez. So I try to use examples of people that you guys know and understand. Okay. Let's see. What do your opinion about what happened with Chris Queen and her new man Clarence, if you know about them? Well, I know that Chris Queen, Clarence, I don't know the latest. Let me tell you what I know about Chris.
Hey, would you like to know how to safeguard your
Queen and Clarence? And if you guys don't know about Chris and Queen and Clarence, you got to go on your own time to try to figure that out. But Chris and Queen started a YouTube channel together, and it was actually Chris's idea to start the channel. Okay. And Chris and Queen both are in the entertainment. All right. I think Queen is a singer, and I think Chris a rap artist and a singer or something like that. Anyway, Chris is dating, what's her name? She used to be on My Wife and Children. The little girl, Katie, she grown up and she's so pretty. What's her real name? I forgot her real name. Anyway, he's dating her. Okay, now. And Queen is dating this guy named Clarence. And Chris and Queen broke up. They used to be married and they have a little boy together. I did a video about them a while back. I don't even remember the name of it. But they broke up and Queen is pregnant. And so what I keep seeing Chris do is get on his channel and try to make it seem like Queen cheated on him with Clarence. And honestly, I don't think that she did that. I think that Chris was doing exactly what Queen said he was, which was cheating on her. Because he admitted that he was cheating on her initially. When they first broke up, Chris admitted that he did cheat on her. And that was the reason why they broke up. Right? And so then I started hearing Chris claim that she cheated on him too. But I think that's what usually men do. When they looking like the bad guy, they want to try to make some type of leverage. He want to try to make it seem like Queen is not as innocent as she is. That's what men usually do. They don't want to take responsibility for it. I think Chris is an amazing father because he takes care of little Chris. Like he takes really good care of little Chris. But I think, Chris and Queen was relationship goals. And they did both say that they were pretending like the relationship was 100 because it was a source of income, and they was doing that for a long time. That's what she said. She said that they had been broke up, but they were continuing to like put on this facade of we're the perfect couple and we have God in our life, so that they can continue to generate money off of their I was like, wow. Truly fabulous. I get down but don't stay there. Failure is not an option. Exactly. If it has to be done, it's got to be done by me. Ain't nobody coming to my rescue. Exactly. That's how I feel. Like sometimes I'll feel like I fail, and then I'll be like, wait a minute. I got this, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was trying to say anyway, just with the live stream in general. You know? You know what? Adaku 75. You know what? I feel like what you're saying to Casey, also true that we can find ways to really know and not being desperate. Okay, so you can be in a situation with someone and not be desperate. Okay, person shows you who they are. You can have a level of patience and be like, okay, I'm gonna wait to see. I'm gonna always be sitting here to the shoe drop to see what happened. To me, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be sitting here waiting for a person to decide, when they want to show me who they truly are. You know what I'm saying? I'm 38 years old. Life is too short. Don't nobody got time for that. Okay? Like, don't nobody got time for the bullshit. All right? And I say this before. Don't nobody got time for the bullshit. But when a person decides to show you who they are, they usually show you that in times of controversy and when things get tough. Whether it's too soon in the eyes of the public or it's too soon whenever. It doesn't matter how fast or slow something happens. If someone cares about you, they're going to kick into gear. If you've been dating someone for a month, right, and you two really, really like each other, right, and he found out you sick and he don't offer to, get you some soup, that might not be somebody that you want to kick it with. Because regardless to whether, whether y'all known each other for a month or 6 months or a year, usually when you're dealing with a person who even cares about you a little bit, if they even genuinely interested in you, the first thing they going to think of is, oh, you want me to buy you some soup? Like, say for instance, you got the flu. Okay? You got the flu. And you say to the person that you're dating, I'm sick. I think I got a flu or I got a cold. The first thing they're going to think is, oh, you need something? You want me to come bring you something? Because they like you. They care about you. If they don't think to do that, they don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? It don't take time to figure that out. You don't need to wait it out to see if someone turns into a demon. Usually they'll start showing you. So I'm glad Priest showed me who he was in that short period of time, because had he pulled this stunt after we was married or when Justice was 4-year-old son, had Priest pulled this stunt after we got married, and then he decided to just not be in my son's life, and then he didn't come into his life until he was 22, I'd have really been pissed. Like, we got married and everything, and what are you saying? Like, listen, I can give Priest a little bit of a pass because we weren't married yet. A little bit of a pass. I mean, he's still a bitch for not taking care of his son, but I can give him a little bit of a pass. But if a dude is married to a woman and he still ends up walking away from this woman and not taking care of their kids, oh my God, Priest would have had me fired up. You mean to tell me I wasted all of this time, all of these years, and even got married to you to find out you would do something like this? Oh, hell no. Fuck sitting here waiting for time and to show. Nah, I'm glad he showed me who he was. And I'm glad something serious happened to where their true colors show. That's to me, that's the way to find out whether somebody is truly into you or not. Go through something. See if they run. Because if you're a good person, right? Let's say you in a relationship with somebody, you're a good person, you don't nag, and I ain't like y'all having problems within a relationship. Because remember, 3 things are happening when you're in a relationship. It's three things going on in a relationship. Is you, him, or him, her, and the relationship. That's 3 different things. There's 3 different things going on at one time. Okay. So if you get in a relationship with somebody and everything is going smooth, and suddenly you go through something, maybe you lose your car, leg, or maybe one of your parents died, or maybe you never know. It could be and that will tell you who they are. I honestly think if you've been dating somebody a month, you should go to them and tell them what's really going on with your life. Cause see, my thing is we all going through something. We all got a challenge that we dealing with every day, all day. All of us. Okay. So if you're dating somebody right now, you just started dating them, maybe it's been a month or two, maybe even 3. Tell them what's really going on in your life. Tell them a trial or a tribulation or something that you're going through, or something that's making you feel bad, and watch how they respond to you. And that will determine whether or not they should stay in your life or not. That'll tell you everything. Some men change. It's no foolproof way with these men. I think so too. I think people change. It's not just men. To me, you know, when you're dealing with someone who has a character to where they're a loyal person and they just happen to be a loyal person, their character will shine regardless to, you know, we're talking about people who change with time. Usually their character is poor and it doesn't change. Like people usually, their character usually doesn't change. They may do certain things, but it'll run parallel to what their character is. Some things, some people just not going to do. You know what I'm saying? Some things are just too much. And regardless to whether they change or not, you know their character. Here's the thing that I keep bringing this story up, and I don't think anybody understands this. That dude, if you turn to if you turn to HLN, it's this guy that they always talking about on his damn channel, and his name is Chris, and I can't remember his last name. His name is Chris. And he is in prison right now because just a few weeks ago, he killed his wife who was pregnant, and he killed, like they always play her Facebook videos and play her Facebook posts, and she was always talking about how wonderful her husband was and amazing he was and blah blah blah. She talked about him like he was a king, like he was golden, like he was the golden boy. She loved him. She had videos up of him cutting the grass and working out and playing with the kids and doing all this amazing stuff and going on trips. And this man killed her because he wanted to live a different lifestyle. Number one, they was in debt. They were severely in debt. They was in $75,000 in debt. Number one. Okay. Number two, he was having affairs with women at his job. Okay. And he had a homosexual relationship with another man. And to me, I'm trying to figure out, how did this woman marry this man and not know that he was any of these? A murderer, a cheater, a liar. How did she know he was any of those? There was no sign nowhere that he was gonna murder her. Like, I mean, I just, and so when people be like, people change, something in that dude character said murderer long before he decided to make that significant change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot understand. I mean, she loved this man. If you look at all of their pictures, they're all smiling and he, and then the kids are all happy. You look at the kids happy. Videos of the kids, they just jumping around, playing, having a good time. And he just kills her while she's pregnant, and the 2 kids, 2 little girls. What type of monster would kill his own children? I could possibly see his wife, but then again, she was pregnant. What type of monster? You never know with people. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Oh my God. Casey, I have a degree in psychology and still got played by a manipulative dude. That's funny. It's just that some men are really great pretenders. They are. I'm just glad it happened sooner than later. Exactly. Do American women, especially African American women, really have a palate for faithful lions? Oh, what? I don't know what this. What? I don't even know what you're asking, boo. Sitting around being on a man's roster. I don't know where that burst out all about me. I don't know where you came from. I'm not trying to argue, ladies, but our lives depend on taking time to get to know men. Time can reveal who people really are in addition to other things. Good luck with that, because ain't no dude about to be wasting my time. Period. Here's my thing. The red flags that I see from the beginning, I'm going to just start listening to him. I'm going to stop giving dudes the benefit of the doubt. He make one little mistake, I'm done with him. Period. I'm just going to be forgiven. Nah, men are wasting these women's times. Don't let these sit out here and tell you, wait for whatever it is that you want. These men are wasting your time because they'll tell one woman to wait and turn around and be doing all of the stuff that you want him to do to you. He out here doing it to another woman. Women sitting around here waiting 5 and 6 years to be married to a man, and he turn around and he break up with you and been with a woman for 3 months and marry her. That's happened. Women have literally emailed me like, yo, I was with my man for 5 years and I wanted him to marry me and he didn't marry me, and then we broke up. 3 months later, he married to this new girl. Fuck out of here with that time stuff. Just get to know a dude. You will never, ever get to know a man fully. You will never, ever get to know a woman fully because people have secrets, period. People are good at deception when they want to be. If somebody don't want you to know something about them, they are not going to tell you, period. So every situation that you get in, whether you wait 1 year, 10 years, you could possibly be fucked in the game. It's the risk. It's just the risk you take. All relationships, man, female, black, white, all of them. You take a risk, period. Time is not going to make that risk any less riskier. Trust me. Like, I get too many stories. I'm getting way too many stories from people who have been with people for a long time. Listen, I got a story myself. Y'all know I've been engaged 3 times. Last time was with Priest, so that would make it a 4, but he was technically wasn't engaged. All right. I was engaged 3 times.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on. Still buffering. Come on. Okay. Oh boy. So I don't know what's wrong, y'all. We was almost the end. We only had 5 minutes left, so I'm going to shut it off right here. shouts out to everybody once again. Yeah, we done. We done. Yeah, they only have 5 minutes left. It's buffering, so I don't know what's going on with it. Y'all can hear me? Press 1. Just back acting funny again. So yeah, we're gonna shut it down. Tell everybody stay up.